4 Premier League defeats in a row now, 5 defeats in all competitions. How concerned are you?
Of course, it's not being a good run for us. Definitely, clear is not something that you get used. So far this season and even last season, there are different conditions, of course, and different competition, and of course, it's something that we are talking about, we are analyzing, and we are working hard to get in the right track again. In my opinion, just showed two things that they were clear 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, even last month, that what we have been doing so far this season is being exceptional, and you have a lot of things to keep working, to keep improving. That is clear because this type of runs can happen at this level, like the run that we had before with so many good games and many good results. We did so well, and we were really pleased with it. Sometimes you can have bad spells and bad runs. Of course, it's something that we don't want to happen. We have to work harder to don't happen again, but show the two things that we did it so well before the World Cup, straight away after the World Cup break, and show the other thing that we big room to improve in all the aspects to be at this level and to be more consistent.
Do you think because you're safe, maybe a bit of edge has gone?
No, not at all, not at all. I said I can understand that some people think in this way. But I know the club, I know our players, I know the way they react, I know their character as well and their personality, and is not the reason at all. Because I'm the first one, if I feel that is something like that, I will be the first one to stop straight away some of the things, and it's not. It's part of the football, you know. Sometimes when you do the right things, of course, the confidence on top. Some moments when you are not getting the right results, some players they react in a different way. They are not so confident. You have to get this maturity, if I can say that consistent to be always at your best level, even if you don't get one or two good results in a row. You have to show the personality and the quality and the maturity to get this, put this back and to go again. And in some moments, the things that didn't come so well. I think the last game is a good example. When you are in this type of runs, this type of things happen. We controlled the football match from the first minute until the last minute. We were not really aggressive in our offensive part of our game. We scored an own goal. We didn't give almost anything for the opposition side. They come here to set back and just wait for our mistake, and we were not able to even to win a football match, even if we had we had everything more than the our opposition side. Just we didn't score a goal, even if we didn't create many chances. And this type of things happen. It's up to us to keep working to show the players what we need to improve every single moment to be more consistent.
Can I ask you about João Palhinha? How impressed have you been with his impact, particularly his tackling, sort of the Premier League stats?
No, he's being one of the very good players for us this season. I think one of the reasons that I did my best to sign him, and I wait a lot to sign him, and we fought to sign him because I knew that he can have an straight impact in our team in Premier League as well. I think fits really well in his profile as a football player, and I'm pleased for it. He's not the first one really that some of our players that have been doing so well this season. Some they were some summer signings for us, and of course it is good. Show that we took good decisions in the market, and João is one of them. And of course, you are pleased the way he's performing.
Do you expect a bit of interest in the summer?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not concerning about this situation. I think if you do it well as a team, I think it's normal. The rumors around your players, around managers. I think everything is normal in football. My job is to get the best from them, to make them better players every single moment. And I'm sure that in the end of the season, most of them, if not all, they have to be better players than in the past as well. And this is my job. About what's happened, if they are linked or not with other clubs, I cannot control. Even I don't want to waste time thinking on it.
And you're returning to Everton for the first time, I believe.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, okay. Will be a good feeling, of course. Unfortunately, I will not be on the touchline. It's always much better if you are in the touchline. But it's a very good feeling when you manage a club like Everton. it's always a huge honor to be there and to work in a big club, and was my feeling all that period that I was there. It will be good at the same time to see some familiar faces for me, some people that I really enjoy work with, some people that really welcome really well myself and my staff in that football club, and that's it. But that will be a football match that Everton wants to win. We want to win as well in a good environment for sure. You know, always playing at Goodison when the fans are really behind the team will be they are going to create the right atmosphere for the home team, and we have to show the personality and everything that we need to match them and to fight for the 3 points.
Would a win feel even sweeter given how you left the club?
Oh no, a win will be fantastic for us as a football club, for Fulham, for our players. It's not. It doesn't matter now, and it's not important that if I was there some seasons ago. It's nothing that you can compare. You know, it's not important. Really, it's not will not be sweeter or not if you get the 3 points. The 3 points there will be really important. Like last week was important for us to get the 3 points against West Ham. That next week will be really important for us to fight for 3 points against Leeds. Will not be anything different from myself and our players.
You guided them to an eighth place finish. Are you surprised to see them where they are now and where they've been in recent seasons as well?
No, it's not. It's not for me to be surprised. Of course, when I was there, I knew clear, and everyone knew what we have to fight for, and was clear in that moment. And that first season, we fought to be in European places until the last games of the season. Unfortunately, didn't get it. But okay, it's what it is. Of course, it's for the people that is there in charge right now, for the people that is in club to talk about it. Is not for me. Different targets now, but still, and I don't have doubt, still a big club with a huge fan base as well. And of course, they are going to fight for something important, that is to remain this season in Premier League, like you are fighting as well, even if you are in a different position in the table, and will be a tough game.
Thank you.
Marco, you spoke last week about West Ham, having that low block, being compact and trying to make the best of set pieces. How are you expecting Everton to play on Saturday?
Different, completely different. I expected, firstly, because they are at home, and the approach will be completely different. I'm 100% sure they are going to try to start on the front foot. 100% sure they are going to try to press us every time as high as they can, to don't give us to set our game and to start in our way, is what they are going to do. Of course, is always a team that likes to press in their 4-4-2, really high on the pitch. They are aggressive, they are a good side, and this is what is going to happen. Of course, they are a good side, they are strong in set pieces. The way Dyche, they prepare well there in that moment, will be always a treat. We know how this type of things happen, and we are working on it as well. But I think will be a completely different block that you are going to face next game than what we did here at Cottage last week. But I think it's a normal situation. The game was at home. Now we are going to play away, and I think it's a normal situation.
You mentioned their home form. They have been pretty good at home under Sean Dyche. What have you made of his impact at Everton?
He's doing very well, of course, and the team felt straight away an impact. He made a big impact since he arrived in that football club. Of course, the club was in a difficult moment on the table with the results, and of course the impact is there. They are more confident right now. Of course, with the connection with the fan base that makes always and play always a big role in that football club as well. And answer directly to you, of course, Dyche is doing a very good job.
And in terms of your players, after the loss to West Ham, you said you would try and lift their spirits, their confidence, and going into this game, it will be important that they do have a high level of confidence. Have you done anything differently in training this week to try and lift their spirits?
First, we analyze, and we make them to understand why the things happen in that way. When you have so much control of the game, when you have the highest percentage of possession so far this season, was a huge percentage of possession, and even so probably was one of the games at home that we create less chances. And of course, you have to make them to understand why, even if you play the lowest block who played this season with the team just sitting in around their box and all the situation. It was up to us to create different things and to be more aggressive in our front line. We weren't, and of course we were very punished by that. Even if you consider that was a really unlucky goal, we were punished by that. Of course, we analyze, we work on it with the players, trying to give them different solutions as well and give different paths to arrive. And let's hope we can give a different answer.
And finally, for me, I mean, the players have spoken about how frustrated they have been not winning games, but for yourself, how frustrating has it been to see good performances like the one last week, but just not the results following on?
It's being tough for us because when you work so hard to get points and to get the good performance is always really tough, and it is being because we come really after the World Cup break in a fantastic run of games and the results as well, and we were really confident. But in Premier League, this type of things can happen. One or two bad games, and the first two they were really not at our standards. The Brentford and Arsenal match, even if Arsenal is doing so well, we spoke about it. They were not with the standards, and after the other games, they were different. You are missing some consistency in some moments during the game, some more maturity as well, and of course being more clinical. I think last two games they were a good example. We were not being really clinical in some moments of the game, and of course it's a moment for ourselves to lift the confidence of the players, and you are working on it, of course, for themselves to show that we are in the right track again. That is the thing, and of course results they are always consequence from our performance. It's not just we don't look just for the results. You know myself, I'm the first one in some moments, even if you win a football match, if you don't perform well, I'm always try to be as more honest as I can with you and with my players because it's the best way and the only way I know to improve. And of course, when you don't achieve good results, you look for the result as well. But in terms of performance, it is important to improve. And of course, if you perform better, you are going to be closer to win the football match.